Earlier this week, I was walking to get a coffee, a latte, and there were a couple of people standing nearby the coffee shop asking for folks to stop and hear about their cause and possibly, become a member of their organization to support the cause. And on my way in, I saw them. They spoke to me. I said, you know what, I'll talk with you on my way back. I got my latte. I came back and I said, okay, now I'm ready to listen to you. And it was really interesting because they were so shocked that I actually came back to hear what they had to say, which I get because I'm sure a lot of times people are like, oh, I'll see you when I come back, and they're like dodging them on the way out. No judgment there. I get it. It's easier to tell that lie than to say no or, do something else. But I came back and they were shocked. And what I was saying to them is, I have to deal with me if I don't come back. If I tell you I'm going to come back and then I don't, I have to deal with me. And it's something that I've shared with other people, and I've started saying to myself for a little while now that, I can hear everything that I'm saying when I'm speaking. I can hear myself say whatever it is that I'm saying. And I'm the one who's going to be with myself when I don't do the things that I say that I'm going to do, or if I don't follow through, or if I say something really, mean or horrible to myself. I am hearing all of that. I know that kind of sounds strange if you think of yourself as a person kind of separate from the person who's speaking in a way. But I'm engaging, my ears in that sense, and I'm hearing myself. And I've kind of taken that as an opportunity to build trust with myself. And I'm not saying I do this perfectly or that I do it all the time, but I always endeavor to be very careful with my words, whether it's about how I'm speaking or referring to myself or other people, or if it's about what I say I'm going to do or I'm not going to do, because I hear myself. And that can impact how much I trust myself. Meaning, if I say I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, and I don't do it. I said I was going to do it. I was there with myself when I said I was going to do it, and then I didn't do it. I've now impacted my own trust in myself the same way it would happen if I was dealing with someone else and they told me that they were going to do something and then they didn't do it. And they do it all the time. It's a repeated thing. So think about the way you would engage or interact with someone who is telling you that they're going to do a thing and then they don't follow through. More often than not, they do not follow through. How do you feel about that person? How do you engage with that person? What are you thinking about that person? Now, what happens when the person is you? And the person you're disappointing is you. The person you're letting down is you. The person that you are, kind of, I can't think of the word is escaping me, but the person that you are not following through for is yourself. And how that impacts your ability to make decisions, your ability to trust when you are making a decision, your ability to know that you got you if you're not following through. And there might be a lot of reasons why the follow through is not happening. I'm not acting like life is perfect and easy and, that mental health things aren't a thing and financial things aren't a thing and other health things aren't a thing and environmental things. I realize that that's a reality and those are things that have to be navigated. But outside of those things, it's like, are we honestly taking the steps and making an honest effort to follow through? And if we couldn't follow through, can we in good conscience say, I tried, here's what happened, here's how far I got, and holding ourselves accountable for the things that we said that we were going to do. I feel like that was a little bit all over the place, but I hope the message got through of just being, it can be really helpful. It has been helpful for me, and thus I assume it might be helpful for someone else, to be mindful of the way that you're speaking about yourself, because you're hearing yourself when you're doing that, and also being mindful of giving an honest effort and also pulling in the necessary resources to follow through on things when you say you're going to do them, because when you don't, you are letting yourself down and you're teaching yourself in a way that you are not trustworthy. And that is rough. To not have that trust in yourself. So that was it. I feel like I say this every time. I'm trying to make more longer form content. So here's my video probably for the month. If you want to see more, of course, you can follow me. I also have an accountability group. All that information should be in the description box. And I hope that you have a wonderful month of August, or whatever month it is that you're seeing this. Bye.